to the Steel Toe Morning Show.
Good evening, boys and girls. Are you going to live? Are you going to make it over there?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You look surprised as hell. Welcome to the show. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron. That's April.
Howdy.
And what a show we have for you today. I'm very excited about these evening shows this week. They're 2 hours long. We give away a VIP package to someone tonight. I wanted to add, it was what? Everything over 35 goes towards the next day's goal, right?
Yes.
If we get to 50, I want to do 2 drawings.
Okay.
So it's either everything from 35 to 50 is for the next day's goal, but if it gets to 50, just fuck the next day and we'll do 2 VIP drawings tonight. Sound good? 1,000 extra entries to anyone who throws in $10, whether it's PayPal, Streamlabs. What are some of them other platforms we got? Venmo, YouTube, Rumble. $10 gets you 1,000 extra entries into our, VIP drawing we've got tonight. Of course, if you don't know what a Steel Toe VIP is, one of each of our 3 T-shirts, also our Steel Toe hoodie, 2 of the 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, 2 tickets to every single live event we ever do. And with that Chrissy Mayer show, April and I have now finally landed on what we're doing for the VIPs for that, a drink voucher.
I think
for
that
VIPs.
sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll get in touch with Jason and knock that out. And if you come to that Chrissy Mayer show and hang out with us and have a great time and watch some great stand-up, and Nick Rekieta will be there as well, then if you're a VIP, you're still going to get something from us, even though it's technically not our comedy show. So I hope you come join us that night. And I hope you come join us like it's any other Steel Toe comedy show, because this one's going to be a killer fucking time.
It'll be a banger.
It's going to be really fun. And if you liked Gino and Keanu, you're going to love Chrissy and Lila. And then, of course, as they call him, the kids call him in the streets, Nicky Rackets. I'm fucking excited to meet that guy, man.
It's about time. I am kind of surprised we haven't done it sooner.
Yeah, he's a good dude, that Nick Rekieta. From what I've seen, he's a good dude. Johnny, I did just get a text from Johnny. He is feeling better. He says, my temperature's down, but I feel achy and can't move my legs with any consistency. Yeah. Don't make any jokes. So it would seem he's back to normal.
Yeah, right.
If he can't move his legs with any consistency. Been laying down in front of fans all day. Well, you should give them some space and let them live their life. Seems to help. Okay.
Does he have pants on at least?
There's the update. So that's the update from Johnny. Here's what we'll do.
I get it. That sucks.
April's had to do an extra day this week. I did ask Gino Bisconti if he wants to do Rumble Friday to give April a little break, because we got to take the kids school supply shopping tomorrow after the morning show. And then April has to sneak in that VIP order at
I did that when you were sleeping.
Oh, it's done already. So you're caught up to last night's VIP drawing. Bingo, we're good. I did fall asleep this morning. And then I
covered you up with a banky.
That's right, you did, because I woke up, I had a fucking blanket on the chair. I'm like, what the fuck happened? How long? It's one of those things where you wake up and the blanket's on you. You're like, shit, how long did I sleep?
For a whole year.
Oh, my God. I was like Rip Van Winkle. I came back. I had a full beard. I shaved it. But then
Same shirt.
after I woke up, we're going to address that because Irish Diesel is not happy with me about me wearing the same shirt as I wore this morning. It gets grosser than that. So after I woke up from my little nap, April had to head to Litchfield today. We had to do one of those couples days where you have to split off and run your own errands.
Doesn't even say he misses me.
When did I not say that? You should just assume it's always implied.
I kid.
So anyway, I got up. I had to go for you guys and for me and for April and for everybody. I had to go get the new Moudum and route. The new Moudum and rotor. I had to go. I had to check the end line on the specs for the rotary girder. I'm retarded.
The end line.
Yes, the end line.
I'm against it.
No, the end line. The end line.
So not the end line.
No, not the end line. That's someone can draw me a map of the subway and tell me which one that is.
I'll show you after
Gino
school.
Gino would love to tell you. He would love to.
I can't wait to hear it from him someday. I'm going to ask him next time I see him.
Oh, by the way, Swingers Party 2.0 is, I think, officially booked. The Biscontis will be coming back to town.
Yes.
On Sunday morning, September 24th.
It's heartwarming.
And we're going to go watch the Vikings play the Chargers.
I'm tickled.
Are you and Canoe ready to take care of the disaster?
It's Keanu.
Will you be ready to take care of the disaster?
I think we've both proven ourselves worthy.
Okay.
And able.
Fair enough.
So.
And then we're going to have to change the schedule that week because I think what we'll do is Rumble Monday.
Okay.
We'll do Rumble Monday because I think Gino and I are going to come on and talk about the football game.
Rumble Monday and Friday.
Rumble Monday, Rumble Friday. And then we're going to have Johnny on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you'll have Thursday and Friday.
That's fine.
How's that? I can also confirm for this Friday, I just got a text, Gino Bisconti will be joining us for Rumble Friday this week, so April gets a day off. April's weekend starts a little early this week. A couple of things. The title of tonight's episode, I have to admit, I'm doing an experiment with YouTube. Not only am I trying to get struck again, I'm kidding, but I'm also seeing if they throttle you the fuck down when you put the word in the title.
Me?
No, not you. YouTube. The title of tonight's episode is COVID-2 Super Spreader Boogaloo. And I wanted to see, because I'm sure on Rumble we'll get up to our usual 100 to 200 for the evening show.
That's fine.
But YouTube, I wonder if we're going to get to our 250 or so. Because we're usually between 350 and 400 for the evening shows. I want to see if YouTube throttles the fuck out of you. We're only 5 minutes in, and we're about halfway to where we usually are, so it's too soon to tell.
Right.
But somebody already wrote in the chat, Aaron, you put COVID in the title. YouTube already has a warning under the...
Really?
Yes.
There's a warning, you guys.
Because the title is COVID-2.
I must see it.
Super Spreader Boogaloo. Tim the Toolman Taylor over on Rumble. By the way, has the Rumble audience noticed that I am putting more effort into going to them in the chat?
I hope so. There is indeed a warning.
There's a COVID-19. Get the latest information. YouTube, what do you think I'm trying to give people?
We're cute, by the way.
We are adorable. But that's beside the point. What do you think I'm trying to give people? Misinformation?
COVID.
Well, been trying to give you guys COVID.
You succeeded a couple weeks ago.
That part's true. I did give, I received COVID. I don't know if I got it from anybody.
Anally.
Greasy N-word with $5 says, you have no idea how much it makes me happy to hear Gino is coming back for 2 consecutive Rumble shows. Effing awesome. Not consecutive.
Well, he'll be here, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a Rumble Monday on September 25th, and then Gino's going to be on this Friday. And don't tell him, but I think I'm going to pay him a little bit, too.
You two better get out of bed that Monday.
Well, that's your guys' job.
Is it a noon job? A
noon job.
Is it?
It's a noon game.
It is a noon game. So
actually, let me look that up. We might be fooled.
No, it can't be an evening game.
Hold on 1 second. Vikings schedule. So it's Vikings Chargers, and Gino's a big Chargers fan. So I'm gonna we're gonna pick them up at the airport at 9:30. We're gonna get downtown at about 10 o'clock.
We're gonna hug and be gay.
And then we're gonna show them the game, the ticket game. What you do is you go downtown Minneapolis, you sit at the bars, you drink, you eat breakfast, whatever before the game. And then one person goes on their phone and goes on Ticketmaster. The other person goes on the Vikings Ticket Exchange group on Facebook, and you just start looking for club seating only. No waiting for bathrooms, no waiting for bars, and your bar stays open 30 minutes after the game. You go on, you look for club seating only, and you go, Aaron, club seating is $300 to $450 a pop.
Not this way.
Not when you buy your tickets at about 11:55, 12 o'clock. They're about $1.25 a pop. So you go $125, you get your club seating, you get awesome seats between the 20s, and you get the bars and you get the DJ after the game and all of that fun shit. So we're gonna teach them the game. It's a game of patience because at 11:30 you'll see like a 175.
I still remember the first time watching you and our buddy do this, like the first time I was with you doing it. You two were so stressed.
Oh, and I'm inviting him to that one too if he wants to play the game.
I think he'd have a lot of fun.
We're gonna invite him for the game too. And,
you guys are like, shit. Do we pull the trigger on this one? Do we wait a little bit?
I think Gino will get a fucking kick out of he and I, my buddy and I. I'm terrible at not saying names. My buddy and I playing the ticket game. I think he'll.
I think that'd be
get
a
kick
riot.
out of that. Because he and I are like, it's like the scene in Wolf of Wall Street at the beginning where they're like, motherfucking cocksucker, shit, piss, fuck. It's just we're sitting there going, no, you sit on those tickets a little bit. You offer that guy 125 and we don't bend. And then he goes, all right, well, you get on with this guy and you tell him. The problem, like the good part about Ticketmaster is you can find some cheap ones on there, but there's no haggling. You find them on the ticket exchange, you can haggle. There's one guy.
I love haggling.
Yeah, there was one guy. We offered him like $120 for his club seats about a half hour before the game, and he was pissed.
He's got to sell them, though.
He was really upset that we would even offer him something like that. Then there's 5 minutes left to game time, and honestly, like for this game, we don't mind missing the first series of the game. We really don't give a shit. So we go in there, we go to the guy again a few minutes before the game, and he goes, we go, well, how about 130? And he's like, oh, yeah, 130 for sure. That's a deal. It's like, you motherfucker, you couldn't haggle before?
It's because he's waiting till the last second so he can get, most
I'm
money
trying
back.
to play your saving grace here so you can get some money out of these tickets.
And he'll remember. He'll come back when it's nut cutting time, and he'll be like, look, I got a little feisty.
Kip Cass says, I'm not a YouTube spy, and if anybody told you that, what was their name? Huh?
I don't know what's going on.
I'm not a YouTube spy guy. I don't give a shit. Packerbacker says, only thing with the Vikings, can you buy tickets 10 minutes before the game? Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you can do it.
Good seats at that.
That's all we did last year,
That's all
right?
we do.
Yeah.
We never buy tickets in advance. We go on Vikings Ticket Exchange and we go on Ticketmaster, and there's always really awesome deals on club seating.
I think that's the only way to do it now. Like, I don't like paying full price for anything.
Yeah.
And if you can get club seating for like pennies on the dollar,
right?
I'm all for it.
So yes, I'm very excited for the Biscontis to come back. I'm very excited to integrate my old friends with my new friends and go to a football game.
It'll be a whole bacchanal.
And just get fucking hammered.
Okay.
God, it is fun. You drop the kids.
You guys are going to die.
You drop the kids off and you go get fucking hammered. Do you know who's got to be fun? People who are like in their early 40s and their kids have turned the early to mid 40s and their kids have just moved out and they probably just get fucking wrecked a lot.
I hope so. They've earned it, right?
I think they call it, I think they have a name for it. Some people say midlife crisis, but I think there's another name. I think people call it second childhood.
Empty nesters.
Empty nesters, there's another one. All kinds of names to excuse budding alcoholism in middle-aged people.
Honestly, though, like you put in 18 years of work for your kids and then you got multiples of them, so it's over 18 years.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you've earned it.
Well, and we remember this from, going to college and stuff, or once you get out of college. Once you leave your house, your parents get all their cool shit.
I can't even begin to tell you the upgrades my parents have made since I moved out. It's honestly, it's depressing.
You want to be mad at them, but you look at those upgrades and you go, oh, that's how much I cost.
Right.
That's how much it costs to have me in the house.
My parents' place has never been cooler. I've never wanted to hang out there more. And they're like, you're just, you're not here.
I look at our kids sometimes and I go, you're a lake house, right? you know that you are a beautiful
multiple vacations.
Yeah, you're a beautiful cabin on a lake and you're worth every goddamn penny. Now make me some money.
Right. When are you getting a job again? You three?
Irish Diesel says, ew, gross. Aaron's wearing the same thing he did this morning. That's nothing, Irish Diesel. You ready to really be sick? So I went to the gym today. It's 103 degrees I saw was the highest I saw.
Right, actual temp.
Was 103.
Yeah.
I went to the gym at about 2 in the afternoon today, 1:45, 2 in the afternoon. And I did 10 rounds of 10 3-minute rounds of bag work, and I did a little lifting, and then I went in the sauna. And I have just been living with a splitting headache the rest of the day and going, oh, that's that. You know, sometimes you can feel a headache and you know what it is. And this one, I've just been living with the dull middle of my head headache and going, oh, that's heat.
Where's your water?
I've been drinking nothing but I filled this up and drank it twice.
Did you have a Pedialyte?
I had a Crystal Light.
That doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
I'm
where's my Chargers game here? Here we go. It is a noon game.
That's good news.
Yeah.
That's really good news.
It's going to get weird.
That's going to be a long day of drinking for you three, maybe four. So one of us has to be sober enough to drive.
I believe it's called Use 3.
So I'm always the one who's responsible. I'll get you where you need to go. But
Why don't you get fucked up this time?
I don't trust anyone else driving. That's always my reasoning.
Fair enough.
You know, I'm nothing to sneeze at right now either. I was walking through a cornfield in the 100-degree heat today.
I can't leave you alone in a cornfield.
You'll
fuck a scarecrow.
I had a gift card to go see one of my friends who's an esthetician for some services today, which was lovely. And then after that, I had to go switch trail cam batteries. So I had to trudge through a cornfield, cockleburs, nettles.
So your friend,
it was hot.
She gives you the treatment.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go out on the dusty fucking trail right after.
I know. My parents both looked at me too like, what were you thinking?
All right, April, let's start loading people up onto this VIP drawing. They want in Silverwolf with $10. Let's throw Silverwolf in there.
Thank
you.
you.
There you go.
I also threw Gray Duckling in once already.
Yes, Gray Duckling gets a free entry today because I just feel bad for the guy.
He's number one.
Gray Duckling with $10 says, count me in on this rigged raffle with $10.
Well, that's 2 for you now, buddy.
If Gray Duckling, I'm saying right now, if Gray Duckling does another 9 entries like he did yesterday and he loses, I'm giving him a VIP. Not like I'm giving him the drawing one. He's becoming a VIP because that's got to be like close to $250 at that point.
You're going to give him the VIP treatment.
I'm going to give him the VIP treatment no matter what. Kane J says, watch out. I got a COVID click for more information warning when I started watching. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm checking this out. I'm going to see if it throttles us at all for the COVID thing or it just does the warning. Watch us not even talk about COVID tonight. I know we've got a lot of COVID stuff tomorrow morning, but I thought we'd get to some of it today.
Johnny's got COVID. We've all had COVID.
Everybody's got COVID.
COVID sucks. It's AIDS.
Shano Banano says, oh no, he was being so cocky. Yeah, Johnny about his COVID.
He was too.
Getting really cocky.
It was Mr. I never get sick. You know, I really do feel for the guy, though. I know what the fans and the ice... Get the ice packs out, Johnny. Feels good.
Galford's dog says, Ricada will try to talk you guys into swinging. Well, you know, look, I'll never turn down a hard sell. I'll always hear someone out and then go, no.
What if his wife's hot? I have no idea.
Then I'd feel even worse.
You'd feel worse turning it down?
Right. I'd feel worse accepting if she was really, really hot.
Why?
Because then you're like, because then it's like saying something. That whole, to me, that whole swinger. Look, that whole swinger thing. Everyone knows my opinion on it. I don't think it's sustainable.
It's not.
I don't think it's sustainable.
But I'm so confused though. You're gonna feel bad and like you're saying something if you turn down a hot chick versus a not hot chick.
I think weird.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get the way I think sometimes either. Citizen M says, Crip Daddy's mistake was thinking he couldn't get canceled. I thought Gino's In Hot Water show today on Compound Media. CompoundMedia.com, by the way, you can watch all your Steel Toe shows. I believe our Steel Toe shows on Compound are pretty evergreen. They're pretty timeless.
Yeah, I think so too.
You can listen to them, however. But Gino and Stancil did a really funny show today on In Hot Water. They were everything they didn't want to do, they were told that Crip Daddy would have wanted them to do it.
Oh.
What's his nut says your show had a COVID pop up when I opened your show. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Mike Herb says the actual show caught COVID. It's true. Everybody on the show got COVID.
Yep. Maybe that's why Oz wasn't there. He was sick.
He was worried. We might honestly going back to the anniversary show, we might have killed Oz if he would have shown up.
I agree. I don't think this
heart problems.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, heart problems, blood pressure problems, and then throw COVID on top of that. How bad would you all have felt if we would have killed Oz at the anniversary show had he shown up?
Almost as bad as we did missing him.
Yes. Almost as bad.
I did miss him.
Loose Pussy Energy says, give me an entry, please. There you go. Get Loose Pussy Energy in there.
Thank you for making me write that.
You don't hear a lot of people admit that they have loose pussy energy. It's nice to see that honesty in today's world.
So itchy.
Gum Fridays and In Hot Water Show clips. Hello, buddy. I like that guy. I like his channel.
Howdy.
I love that. Just want to go through the chat here and just catch up with everyone. Then we've got a lot of stuff to discuss today, a lot of stories to get to, and I'm very excited about just all the developments we had today. There were so many developments, and I just loved them all. They were all great.
God, that football game one, that's going to be fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Samuel with $20 says, Heil Aaron, Heil April. Throw him to entries.
Heil.
Mr. Samuel Warner. Galford's dog. I like this guy. I got to see more of him. Galford's dog says, name the morning stream. The 2024 election is going to be fake. I want to see what the disclaimer looks like.
Oh, wow.
Stevie J says, is StubHub a thing in Minnesota? StubHub doesn't. It usually edges more towards the expensive side versus Ticketmaster.
I have something to say.
Oh, chime right in,
on
please.
this talk show.
Yes.
You know what else is going on? Well, those two will be here, but I don't know where we'll find time for it.
The Renaissance Festival.
The Renaissance Festival.
There won't be any time for it. There won't be.
I wanted to show them how gay and fun Mead can be.
Well, let's see. The game gets done at 3 p.m. Renaissance is open until 6. You got about
7.
Till 7? You got about a 40-minute drive. You're talking about getting there at 4:30.
Will he even have room for Mead?
No, we're gonna be so fucked up. The Renaissance Festival would be fun, but you're talking about you drive down there and you'd maybe have 2.5 hours. And that's
plenty, isn't it?
Are you
mind.
trying to kill
Never
everybody?
Mind. I'm trying to cram too much.
Are you trying to kill everybody? That's what I'm asking.
Maybe Keanu and I will go be wenches on Monday morning.
It's not. I think it's open Thursdays through Sundays.
God, will you stop raining shit on my plans?
We went to the Renaissance Festival for the first time last year, and now we're total Renaissance Festival marks.
I talked to the gym owner about it yesterday because he's a big mark for that big King's Feast that he goes to every year. Yeah. Apparently it's like September 2nd or something this year, and he's already ranting and raving about it.
Oh, he's already ready for the King's Feast.
Yes. He's so excited.
Oh, God. Sorry, I got a little air pocket there in my chest. I thought I was going to die for a second. Buddy Travis says, shit, we are playing Among Us. It was red in the control room. I have no idea what that means. Amanda Yule Gibbons says, when I moved out, my parents got divorced.
Dude, I know people like that. I've heard of people that are just straight up saying, like, dude, I'm only with her until those kids move out. You know what I mean? Like, They don't want to get divorced while the kids are there. They're just trying to hold it together until then. I'm like, that's a terrible existence.
Right. And then also the kids are going to be like, okay, great. Now it was all our fault. Like, if mom and dad were miserable, it was all our fault.
At least if you divorce while they're still there and you still show them that they love you or that you love them, that they'll maybe think it wasn't their fault, because things will go on.
Maybe.
But now it really looks like a finale of something.
Just imagine that you're just living there hating each other.
It's gross.
Raz of Chaz says, I want to see Gino at the Ren Fest. Yeah, I just don't, time-wise, I don't see how that's possible.
It wouldn't work unless they were getting here Saturday and they already bought their tickets. So,
let's go to $10 from Samuel. He says, just making sure you have my now 3 entries. There you go. Samuel wants in for a VIP tonight.
Sam.
Greasy N-word. Over on Rumble with $10 says, put down the old greasy N-word for an entry. There you go, buddy. Let's get everybody all caught up on this drawing, and then we will go ahead and jump into what we've got for you tonight. Very exciting stuff. Just some stupidity, which is always good. And then,
but what's for the show tonight?
Maybe some news as well. Let's throw in Laughing Lions. Laughing Lions wants an entry.
Thank
and
you.
April, let's put Delco Lou. There we go. Delco Lou
Thank you, friend.
wants in as well. Okay. Plenty of things going on this evening. Number one, I saw this today and I loved it because I thought it was a perfect example and I thought it was a perfect kind of microcosm or good test of where we're at because I said this on this morning's show, I think. I said, everybody wants to blame the politicians. Everybody wants to blame the people in charge for why, things are so fucked up and things are so corrupt and this and that. But I always make sure that no matter what I'm doing, I stop, I take a minute, and I blame the people. Because politicians aren't going to blame the people. They need these people to vote for them. Mm-hmm. So they got to kiss their ass and tell them they're the smartest people they've ever seen. But I've been watching these people over the years. They're stupid. And they're getting dumber. So you got to lay some of this at their feet. And there are little, not just political things, not just like elections or issues or things like that, but there's some things that take place in the culture. And this is why sometimes people go, oh, why do you talk about pop culture things? It's so stupid. No, it's not, because it's a good thermometer for where the country's at.
Right. It's a good test.
How smart people are, how intelligent they are. So I look at something like, I don't know if you remember the Firefest.
I do.
Okay, the Fire Festival was this guy, Billy McFarland, and he teamed up with Ja Rule, and they were going to have this big party. There's documentaries all over. Hulu has one, Netflix has one. They're all really good. I highly recommend them. And this Billy McFarland guy has been a hustler like his entire life. He created some kind of credit card, debit card scheme thing that he was going to get rich quick off of. Then he teamed up with Ja Rule, and he was going to do this Fire Festival, and was going to have all these influencers and models and music acts, and you could rent out these campsites and cabins, and it was
boats.
It was on whose private island was it? It was some famous pirate or some kind of.
They only call it Fire Island now, basically.
some stupid thing, and all these people end up showing up, and it paid a fortune to go. And the whole thing was a bust.
There was nothing there, right?
It was nothing. I mean, they couldn't get food together. I think this story we have has one of the plates. Yeah, here's one of the gourmet meals that you got. I believe that is 2 slices of cheese, some bread, and some lettuce. That probably gave you the shits anyway.
Oh, it's warm. 100%.
So if anyone were to try to, if this same guy were to try to put on a festival again, you would, nobody would go, right? They would know to stay the fuck away.
That you'd think.
Exactly. I'm not going to trust this guy. For Christ's sake, he went to prison.
Don't you need permits and stuff to put on a big festival like that?
You need all kinds of different things.
Who would have given this guy?
So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Or as George W. Bush once said, fool me, can't get fooled again. Helgi, thank you for becoming a baby boot. So,
thank you.
You have this Fire Festival. It doesn't happen. And now Billy McFarland sees all these documentaries come out, and apparently he does not take the lesson that everyone else took from this Fire Festival failure, that Billy McFarland's a lying piece of shit. Mm-hmm. He took the lesson as, wow, people really like the idea of Fire Festival. So he's going to go ahead with Fire Festival 2.
Are you shitting me?
I wish I were. Now.
What a joke.
This goes back to what I've been saying with you can blame the politicians, you can blame the corporations only so much. At some point, you have to blame the people and say, this is the best we can do, this is what we deserve, this is what we're in for. People I'm telling you right now, and if I'm wrong, then maybe we have a little life left in these legs called the United States of America. If I'm wrong, maybe we're not experiencing the cultural rot that I believe we're currently in the midst of. I believe people are going to buy tickets. I believe people are going to want to go. And I believe it's going to be worse than advertised. It's going to be the same thing all over again. This guy has never run anything that's gone off the way it was supposed to.
I feel like it's definitely going to be a disaster, but I feel like people will also buy the tickets just to see.
Yeah.
But you better have a quick out plan for when you get there and there's nothing going on.
And you know what? It's going to be, Keanu says, I would be there in a heartbeat. I love a great sight gag. He's going to charge out the ass for these tickets. and people are going to fucking buy them. And then in 2024, when Joe Biden gets reelected, people are going to go, oh, come on, it's got to be rigged. How could that have happened? I'm going to point to Fire Festival 2, and I'm going to go, because of these retards right there. A FEMA tent and a cheese sandwich, sign me up.
It'll sell. 100% it'll sell.
Well, calling it a comeback is an understatement, but Firefest founder Billy McFarland is actually selling out tickets for a sequel to the infamous flop.
I knew it.
And he joined TMZ Live to talk to them about it. I want to show you the man with the least amount of shame in the entire world.
Is Ja Rule with him? Are they teaming up again?
I don't know, but I will only say yes if it's medically proven that Ja Rule suffers from mental retardation.
Well, wasn't that a given?
Well, I mean, have you heard his singing days?
Time or two.
That was it's a little retarded, I guess. You're right. Lil Mo and Vita proved it. Don't ask me how I remember those names. That's who featured on that song, Lil Mo and Vita.
That is sickness.
A girl I had a crush on in 7th and 8th grade. We did that song for the 8th grade talent show.
Did you really? Yeah. How did it go?
I've never told this story.
I don't think I've heard it.
It was either I'm Real, the Jennifer Lopez Ja Rule song, or Put It On Me. I think it was Put It On Me with Ja Rule, Lil Mo, and Vita.
Did you have 3 of you singing this song, or
Dude,
just you and a girl?
It was me and the girl. She was like, let's do this song, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, man, even Gordy's ashamed.
Oh, it gets so much worse.
Oh, fuck.
I kind of ripped off P. Diddy's look in the Let's Get It music video. Do you want me to pull up the Let's Get It music video?
Might as well.
And show Let's Get It music video. Now, first of all, Let's Get It as a song is fucking fantastic. G-Dep, P. Diddy, and Black Rob. I love this song to this day.
You can't play it.
Well, dude, our last couple shows have gotten copyright pops, so I don't give a shit if this one does too. I wore this exact outfit, and I had a Charles Woodson jersey already, so it just kind of worked. I wore this same outfit to do the Ja Rule song with the girl that I had a crush on. I even put the bandana on with the hat over.
I'm sick. I'm sickened by you.
Would you like to see this? Would you like to see how I dressed for this 8th grade talent show performance?
I do want to see how you dressed for this girl.
All right. Make this money. Take this money. Ain't no way I wore the batting glove and everything. I had the Woodson on. I had the long sleeves underneath it. I had the hat to the side with the bandana underneath.
Did you at least get laid? Did you get your dick sucked or something?
We were in 8th grade. Like, we fooled around and shit, but like we didn't fuck. Like, we were in 8th grade. I wasn't fucking in 8th grade.
What are you, a pussy?
I'm a gay pussy.
What are you, a homo?
I couldn't close the deal. I'm a queeb. I couldn't close the deal when I was 14 years old. Yo, Slim, that girl's only 14 years old.
Yee.
Well, anyway.
Now he's part of an SVU episode.
So I dressed like this. I did the Ja Rule thing. Ask me if I actually tried to do the Ja Rule voice with the song.
Aaron, did you try to do the Ja Rule voice?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I got a good makeout sesh out of that one.
Oh.
That's all you wanted at 14.
Come
you wanted
on.
a good makeout sesh.
Dude, I'm not against a good makeout sesh. I love kissing. I've always enjoyed kissing.
Well,
like, I think that's...
Do you want me to put the Charles... Do you want me to put the Woodson back on?
A good makeout sesh can be hotter than sex sometimes.
You want a good makeout sesh in the Woodson jersey?
Do you still have it?
I don't.
It
would fit, though.
I don't want you dressing like, one of these.
One of the... Oh, okay.
But you can throw the jersey on.
If I dress like that, April call the zoo and say I escaped. She's a racist,
It's getting
folks.
a little hitty.
She's a piece of garbage. But yeah, this is how I dress.
I bet you moved like that, too.
Oh, yeah, I could move like that. Are you kidding? No, I didn't dress like this.
I did.
I couldn't pull off the Black Rob look.
It was my Halloween costume once.
That guy went to jail, I think, for pistol whipping somebody or killing somebody. I can't remember, but goddamn, he was a good rapper. Black Rob was really good. I feel like Black Rob would...
Pistol whipping,
yeah,
killing.
I feel like Black Rob would still be around now if he hadn't fucked up the way he did.
Okay.
But yes, that is how I... Jeremy says, did you get in that girl? Again, 8th grade. I didn't have the balls to fuck
God.
Back in 8th grade, but I did, yes.
You were indeed a pimp.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have a sickness.
Galford's dog says, if you buy tickets to Fire Festival 2, I've got a bridge in Green Hill Zone to sell you. James Holton says, Aaron, who gives a shit? Steel Toe Out of Context says, can they do it on Maui where there's an actual volcano erupting? Well, then they've already had fire. They've already had Fire Festival in Maui, in fairness. It sucked.
A lot of their friends didn't make it.
Oh, it was not good.
Well, a lot of casualties at that party.
Silver Wolf says, God, you were so inner city white kid.
I know. Like, you always make it sound like such a privilege to go to a suburban school.
I mean, I can't help it. I had rhythm and rhymes, yo.
I literally think I told Aaron in the car the other day, like, I would never want to go to. We were looking at the Sartell High School, and I looked at you, and I'm like, I would never want to go to it.
In fairness, you kind of hated everything that day. You were kind of in a mood in general. You were shitting on everything on the road. If I took you back to that school now, you'd go, yeah, I think that's where I'd want to go.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, you were shitting on everybody.
I think I was just angry because it was so hot out.
Right. I'm saying you were in a bad mood. I love how you fought me on that, and you're like, no, I think I was just pissy because, yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
I still would not want to go to a city school. I don't think. You all were really gay.
ATF Media says, you're from Minnesota. Don't try to impersonate our sports heroes from Michigan. We still have a hit out on Ice Cube for not getting permission to wear the Tigers hat. Dude, Charles Woodson jerseys when I was a kid were fucking awesome. I mean, they were really cool.
That was 20 years ago you did that with that girl?
Holy shit. 24 years ago? Holy fuck, am I getting old?
Almost my
No,
age.
22 years ago.
I was going to say you were almost my age ago.
Holy shit, I just thought I was 38 for a minute.
38.
I'm 38. I'm 36.
No, I'm 28.
22 years ago.
22 years ago you did that.
Yep.
Feels like yesterday.
I like that she got a little fat too.
What is with you and chicks getting fat?
I like it when girls get fat and I'm not with them.
It seems like Aaron, women he's with, either they're completely manic and crazy or they turn into alcoholics or they get fat.
I did have an alcoholic. In fact, I had a girlfriend who was such an alcoholic that a few years after we broke up, she called me to do the 12-step thing.
I remember that. You said that.
And apologize. And I'm like, bitch, I broke up with you Valentine's Day weekend. I should be apologizing to you.
I don't think she cares. She's drinking.
She wanted to come over and stay with me all weekend. And I was like, I don't know.
For Valentine's Day weekend?
Yeah.
Wouldn't guys be into that just because you get
Well, that's kind of how I knew I
weekend?
don't think I was into her anymore. I was like,
I was going to say, usually, even if you have to get her a gift and you're not that into her, at least you're getting laid all weekend.
Yeah, we could just fuck and you could leave. You know, that's kind of where I was at. So I was like, yeah, this probably isn't going much of anywhere.
Okay.
You know?
The romantic over here.
My nice apartment, my nice one-bedroom in Litchfield.
Well, you can't be having sex in Litchfield. It's against the law.
It is. They
You have
actually
to do it in fields.
They're
out
like
there.
the Taliban. They drag you out of your home and beat you to death.
Just me.
Really,
when I hear
really
you're
fucked up.
having sex.
So anyway, let's do this Fire Festival 2 thing. I got to get a couple more people on the list here because our list for this VIP drawing tonight is growing. Oh, God, excuse me, guys. That was very gay. Von Kaiser wants an entry for Gray Duckling.
Von
Kaiser wants
Duckling.
one for Von Duckling. And Kevin F. wants an entry as well. If you're just joining us tonight, all week we're doing VIP drawings on the evening show. $10 for an extra 1,000 entries. There's the links in the chat. Phage lives with $9.99. Put him in there. Valentine's is generally for women. Straight guys could just play video games. I think it kills your libido, but that's okay. VIP giveaway, $10 for on any platform gets you 1,000 extra entries. Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo. Thank you very much. Let's watch this. The Fire Festival sequel with Billy McFarland. Again, I don't blame Billy McFarland for doing this. If you can find enough suckers to ante up and belly up to the goddamn Fire Festival table again, go for it.
Will he get the models there and the music acts and all that?
Who gives a shit? You know most people are going, and like Keanu, you know most people are going and crossing their fingers and hoping it's a fucking disaster.
Just to see it?
Yeah. They just want it to be a fucking disaster.
Keanu would be fine just standing on the beach in her little bikini. She'll be like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So their little White Claw breaks.
That's the experience that she wants at Fire.
We announced our first pre-sale on Sunday. They sold out very, very quickly.
He looks like a wiener guy.
Biden's going to get reelected. And not only that, right, this guy looks like a crook.
He looks like a problem.
Not only is he a shyster, not only is he a ripoff artist, not only is he a con man, but he fucking looks like one. I see a Billy McFarland, and when he leaves, I go like, I'm
check your
patting
pockets.
around, I'm checking my pockets.
Make sure all the cards are in your wallet.
Making sure all the cards are there. And then I go, oh, fuck, you only got the library card. Okay, good. I have a library card now. How about that?
I have to renew mine.
I have a library card. The things we do when our children want to go places. But anyway, let's listen to Huckster McGee here talk about his big concert endeavor.
And I think this kind of all comes back to, since 2016, Fire has had 32 billion impressions across social media, which...
I told you, this guy's only looking at the clicks. He's only looking at the shares. He's only looking at the retweets. He's only looking at the views on Netflix and Hulu. He's not remembering what the lesson is.
No.
Which, this is like Darth Vader watching the box office returns for Star Wars and going, I should go meet my public. Like if Darth Vader was a real person. He'd be like, you know what I should do? I should go visit Alderaan. I bet they'd love me there.
Right? And didn't you say he went to jail for the last incident?
Did you see how many Jedi clicked on that Star Wars Episode 1 thing? I ought to go to the Jedi Temple and say hello.
You got the Jedi, you got the Ewoks. They're all checking it out.
Yo, dude, you were Darth Vader in that movie. And now he's like, I think people are ready to get a load of me again. And you know what? I would say no, they aren't. But clearly I'm wrong. There's enough retards out there who are willing to go. How much are tickets? I'm going to guess thousands of dollars.
We should look after this.
Makes us like the most talked about festival in the world. And we saw that in the past, literally 36 hours convert to sales. No lineup announced. We did not.
No lineup announced.
You guys are going to get fucked again and you don't care. You deserve the impending mask mandates. You deserve the lockdowns. You deserve inflation. You deserve it all. You're going to sell out Fire Festival 2 after being held down and sodomized in the ass and in the face, and now you're going to ante up again, and he hasn't even told you what it is yet.
Oh, there won't be a thing.
This one here is your favorite thing, and inside that thing is another thing.
Look at this still shot you got. That's the face y'all are going to be making when
His
you
name's
get there.
Jurgen. He's a tiny man. What the fuck is he doing in a frying pan? Am I just high, or am I dying, man?
Now watch me cut shapes with my tiny hands.
Now watch me cut shapes with me tiny hands.
I can't get enough of them.
Fucking Sexy Train's a good song.
I watched them performing Sexy Train live and like somebody's like video recording on a stage. PK's got his shirt off. They're fucking like
They're
on
good.
stage.
The Northern Boys can go.
We need them.
When they come to the States, we'll go watch the Northern Boys. But would you like to rap the line that's been in your head all day for everybody? Would you like to be gangster for a moment?
No. Can I have anything with you? Don't embarrass me.
Whoa, hey, friggin' heck, bob my head like a pigeon peck. It's a good line.
It's stuck
shared
there.
the location, and we saw that the first drop almost instantly. So it is just so incredible to finally have the support to make the Fire Dream a reality and to really share it with the world.
This motherfucker hits cash out on Venmo the minute he gets a deposit.
Can he blink?
This guy does not let a balance build up. This guy is such a shyster and such a con man that as soon as his PayPal or Venmo gets a deposit, cash out. Cash out.
Just to make sure it gets there.
Right. Money in my back pocket. It's going to be 2 weeks before the festival. They're not going to have announced their lineup yet.
No, he's going to procrastinate, and then he's going to get like Happy Meals.
Hey, we got the living cast of Cheers. You guys want to meet Ted Danson?
It's actually the cast of Freaks and Geeks.
And we're getting catering from, I hope you guys like Boston Market. I got Ted Danson and Boston Market. I got the cast of Cheers, but bad news, guys. Woody Harrelson couldn't make it. He said, and I quote, "I'm doing shit." So, not going to be able to get there.
Oh my God.
This proves the point. There is no...
That we're all retarded. Harvey, don't sugarcoat it.
That's actually a werewolf.
You know what I don't like about werewolf Harvey Levin? Is that he is smarter than everyone he talks to. He's smarter than everyone on his staff, but he won't let anybody else in on the bit. He knows what all this stuff is. He sees it with his own two eyes, but he doesn't call it out. He plays stupid with everyone else so he can get these stupid people to say stupid shit just to him. I bet you if you talk to Harvey Levin, he's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, he absolutely is. And why do you think he's brilliant, Aaron? Oh, I thought you were going to go.
This proves the point. There is no such thing as bad publicity. That if you
Not when you live in a country this fucking stupid.
guys are getting that kind of attention, even if it was for this fiasco, it kept
I do love that Harvey goes, I need to remind you, Billy, because you're getting a little, big balls over there. It was a fucking disaster last time.
This little dude does look pretty judgy over here.
Well, because he knows what's up,
Yeah.
too.
What's his name?
That's Snoop Dogg's cousin.
Okay.
people's appetite alive and well, and it's kind of become this curiosity.
I kind of feel like I'm the pilot of a single engine propeller plane right now, flying through the storm, where everybody.
No, you're the storm, asshole. You're not the. I love how he's like, oh man, I'm just a poor pilot who just flew in bad weather. You're the hurricane, dickbag. The people
We're here to ruin good times.
the people who are buying tickets to your shitty event are the ones in the single engine Cessna. You're the storm. He thinks he's little Moana in a little rickety raft sailing. No, you're Tafiti.
Tafiti.
Motherfucker, you're the ocean monster trying to kill everybody.
Look into his eyes. He literally looks schemy. He looks conniving. He looks like he's up to no good. He looks like he doesn't give a shit.
Now there are plenty of tards out there living really kick-ass lives.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody wants to watch, and whether I crash or land, they want to have a front row seat as long as they're safe.
You talk like a fag,
So I think if I can
and
kind
your
of
shit's
create
all
that
retarded.
turbulence, then Fire Festival 2 will become a great cultural moment.
How did you do this? I mean, how did you get investors to, come into the fold with you
Right.
and say, look, we're going to try this again after the first time? Because honestly,
Because those people are betting on the stupidity of other people who will go there just for the shit show.
It's not right.
You know why, April?
People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's very true. No, it's because these investors know that like stupid Americans crave things like festivals and shit like that. People eat up the Lollapaloozas and the Coachellas.
Okay, but wait a minute.
They'll buy the tickets.
But when Lollapalooza and Coachella come out with
They
a
give a
lineup,
show.
everybody
They do.
shows up.
Yep, they do. But they're hoping and crossing their fingers that even if they're like has to be like a shit show or whatever, there's gonna be a festival.
Right.
And they're like, oh my God, I just have to be part of that festival.
By the way, I have to
There's
point
a
this out.
mentality out there.
I have to point this out before somebody makes fun of me for it. So I did the new modem and router
No,
today.
I like a modem.
My modem and rotor. I put them in today, and now I can't get this thing to go off of the bottom right-hand corner of my screen. Activate Windows. I don't know if I shut Windows off or what.
You know what I think is a fine exchange?
What?
Having the stream keep going.
Yeah, but I
I'll
gotta
take it.
I gotta figure that thing out.
Just poke
good
it a
on
bunch.
you that you've been able to do that. I'm curious how you were able to convince them.
So I literally got on Instagram and DM'd the founders of the top couple of dozen festivals around the world that did a really good job. And they pretty much ignored me for the past 9 months. And then we actually
So they were really, really smart.
For 9
signed
months.
a Broadway musical deal to turn the story of my life and fire into a Broadway musical recently.
Oh, fuck.
And I think the courage of the company behind that deal sparked some of these festival operators to start responding to me. And just so grateful they're taking a chance. And it really, really is wild.
You gotta serve cheese sandwiches at this, just as a thing. I'm serious. It's and people would expect it at this point.
Harvey's got
Our
a
partners
ticket.
are not going to let me do much at the festival. However,
Okay, I like that part. He's like, look, the owners, the backers are pretty much going to take it from here, and they're not going to let me do much in terms of planning.
I bet you Harvey will be there.
I may or may not have fucked that up last time.
I am going to be cooking cheese sandwiches with Andy at the actual event. So I think that's as far as they'll let me go, but that is definitely happening.
So what he's basically saying is they're treating me like I'm their retarded child.
Right.
And they're going to put me in the passenger seat with one of those play school steering wheels.
Right, but this retarded child is the one who asked you for the trip.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're like, is that acquiescing?
They're acquiescing to his request,
Yes.
but they're like, okay, only if you don't get to run any of it.
Look, we're going to go on this trip, buddy, but you don't get a say in anything else that goes on with that trip.
Right, exactly.
We'll get there.
Loose Pussy Energy says, if I win, give my VIP to Great Duckling. So Loose Pussy Energy with another entry into the VIP drawing tonight. April, how many? I was going to say combatants. How many people are qualified for this one? Looks like we're around 15 or so.
14.
All right, 14 of you. If you want to get in on tonight's VIP giveaway, $10 on any platform, Rumble, YouTube, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. Any way you want to do it, you can enter as many times as you'd like. 1,000 extra entries with $10. We're not doing any goals on the evening shows this week. We are just doing VIP giveaways. So only 14 in. I'd say it gives you pretty good odds. Anything over 35 people that qualify, I think last night we did 40-something. Anything over 35, we're going to...
we did 43 last night.
Yeah, we're going to put it towards tomorrow's goal. Or if we get to 50, we're going to draw twice. We're going to give away 2 of them. Let's throw in at least another person into the drawing. Let's put Alrarix in there.
Thank
Here
you.
we are. Thank you, Alrarix. You are officially in for tonight's drawing. So, yes, Fire Festival 2.
Want to go?
No.
How much are tickets?
I mean, I can
And
look.
Where is this?
It's, oh, boy. Tease the new festival about 6 months after he just served 4 years in prison for wire fraud related to the original Firefest.
He doesn't look like someone who was just in prison for 4 years. He looks like he's fine and like he probably enjoyed it too much.
Yeah. It doesn't say here how much.
A little backdoor action, maybe.
Oh, maybe he got butt fucked and enjoyed it.
He's in good spirits.
I fucked a guy and I liked it. Matthew Q wants in, April. Go ahead and throw Matthew Q in the drawing.
Thank you.
And we'll do that at about 9 o'clock tonight. You know who you could get for the Fire Festival? The Goat and Your Mom.
The Goat and Your Mom would be awesome.
Yeah, could you
the Goat
imagine?
And Your Mom, the Northern Boys.
Just have the Goat and Your Mom open it up. The first thing you see.
I can't watch this video, seriously.
The first thing you see.
This next one is your girlfriend's favorite song.
He's so spindly.
Oh, wait, I don't think this is the song.
It is.
Your boyfriend.
Nope, this isn't the one.
It's the right video, though.
Uh-oh, can you quack? The Goat, what the fuck? Here we go. Now we got it. Oh, no, it's just his dick. All right, that wasn't the clip we wanted.
No, that's the right song, though.
I know it's the right song, but they don't, that guy must have deleted his account or something. This could open up Fire Festival.
I like how we're going to get popped for this.
This would be a good way to open up the show.
Can you quack? Can you quack like a duck when you suck?
This is something to empty your suitcase to.
Can you take every inch of your butt?
All valid questions.
Can you shit on my chest with love? Can you quack? Can you quack like a duck when you suck? Can you fart on my balls when we fuck?
Good question.
Can you stick your tongue on my butt?
You know, I want to point something out about the brilliance of the lyrics of this song.
Oh, man.
The worst he can get is a no. Right?
At least he's putting himself out there.
Right. A lot of people don't have the balls to put themselves out there. And this guy goes, hey, can you fart on my balls when we fuck? I mean, worst case scenario, she says, I'd rather not. And you go, okay, well, I tried. I have no problem.
I mean, he does ask for a lot of things, though.
But, you can say no to, he doesn't seem like a lover who pressures you.
Okay.
At all.
At least he's asking, not telling.
Right, he's asking, not telling. I think that's a beautiful thing. All right, about 350 of you in here at the moment. Everybody hit like. Everybody hit share, subscribe, all that shit. Magnum DUI over on Rumble says, Aaron is a great broadcaster. He is talented. I would tell you if he wasn't. Oh, thank you, Magnum DUI.
Well, holy shit. That's a co-signature if I've ever heard one.
I
it's
tell
an
you
endorsement.
what, that's such a nice thing for you to say that I don't believe you. That's how nice it is.
I do get nervous when we get like compliments.
We have the kind of audience where once you get a compliment, you go, all right, what?
Like when we go to like our anniversary show or like other comedy shows too, and somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, I really love you on the show." I'm like, "Do you?"
Okay, where's the butt?
Yeah. Where's the butt?
Gray can you fit your whole tongue up my butt? Gray Duckling with 199 says, yes, this is my jam. Well, then why stop it?
Can you shit on my chest? Love.
Good question.
Can you quack? Can you quack like a dove when you suck?
Now, this is where it really heats up. This is where the goat and your mom really fucks. Gotta get them for the anniversary.
Gonna fuck, take it up for like you. Always suck, take it on the butt. Like your brown on up a stud.
I didn't know they got Jimi Hendrix.
So what did I kill? All I wanna do is fuck in the butt. They turn around, they suck it up. White girlfriend's iron, so shit up a butt.
What I'm saying is, it's a love song.
There's a minute and a half left of that song.
There is a minute and a half left of this, and I'm sure every minute of it, pure genius.
I bet.
This should have been our first dance.
We never had one.
This should be it, though.
Can you quack? Can you quack like a dove when you suck?
Now let's break this down item by item.
Okay, let's get into the nitty gritty.
To me, that seems like a bit of an ask. She's already sucking your dick.
Yeah, but if you're comparing it to the other items that he asked for,
No,
is it
no,
really
April,
an
but that's
ask?
not what we're doing. We're doing one suggestion at a time. Can you quack like a duck when you suck? Two things. One, I don't think it adds anything. But number two, again, kind of an inconvenience.
Kind of takes me out of the moment if I have to quack.
If I have to
also.
remember to quack. And do I go whack, 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 whack? Or do you want me to like full on Gordon Bombay and do it like start with quack, 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 quack? Like how?
But you're not supposed to be the one quacking because that would mean you're the one sucking.
I'm just trying to get in character. I'm trying to occupy the skin of another human being.
Oh.
Can you buck like a horse when we fuck?
Not a big ad. That one seems fulfillable.
That one sounds like I'm going to throw that back out.
Yeah, but it seems like you could do that at least a couple of times. You could also break his dick.
Yeah. I mean, you're breaking backs and dicks.
Right. Like, let's say as you buck, you go down. Like, let's say the dick, like, you take a lot of it out and a little bit stays in. And when you buck, you bend the dick. That's a possibility. I mean, so you can't say that the guy's not putting himself out there to be hurt again.
Oh, he's literally putting himself out there.
Yeah.
Can you take every inch of your butt?
Again, greedy and a bit of an ask.
It's very greedy, but, with the right amount of coaxing, yes.
Can you fit every inch up your butt? That depends. How many inches are we talking?
He looks like he's probably small, right?
She'd better hope so. Or just say no.
Can you shit on my chest with love?
Depends on how stage weary you are. How shy you are.
He said, can you shit on my chest, right?
Can you shit on my chest for good luck?
I can't do that. I'm too nervous.
I would counteroffer with, would you like me to place a lucky rabbit's foot on your chest? I mean, both.
Or piss.
Piss is another option.
Just tell him you're squirting.
Can you quack? Can you quack like a duck when you suck?
Okay, so he didn't take no for an answer the first time. That seems to be a little pressury.
He's very persistent.
Can you fart on my balls when we fuck?
That one doesn't seem difficult. I feel like if you say no to that one, you're the problem. I do.
I feel like that's like not ladylike anymore.
Yeah, once somebody's like, on my dick and then they go and I feel that vibration on my ball bag, it's going to take me out of it, at least periodically for a moment. At least for a little bit.
The dog is judging you.
Happens.
Can you stick your tongue on my butt?
First of all, the tongue does not have the rigidity.
Unless you have a very open butt.
Unless you've got one hell of an open, wide butthole.
Now, if the man were to stretch his butt for us,
Yeah, that's, again, all
now,
of these are a bit of an ask. I mean, he doesn't really start small, does he?
Are we talking like a Gene Simmons tongue or like a little stumpy tongue?
Doesn't matter. There's not enough rigidity in the tongue to get up into the asshole and continue to push in.
Maybe if you curl it like this,
Even then, even if you
keep
hot
it tight and together.
even if you hot dog bun it, that's going to be difficult. Yeah.
Well, how about E. coli and foodborne illnesses?
Kip Smith, I'm interested in the audience's take on this. Kip Smith says normal first date questions. Stevie J says, this show is too highbrow for my tastes. Look, it happens. It happens.
You know, I sometimes walk away from an episode and I feel that way too.
Laughing Lion says, now do Stairway to Heaven. I like that one. How we do it says, sure, let me drink some magnesium citrate first. Okay, let's not get too far into the woods.
Christ. Can we do colonics first? Can we clean the business out? Is that permissible?
Yeah, but that doesn't fit in the song, you see. Buddy Travis says, when all the customers leave, I'm going to blare this song in the restaurant. At Du Bois.
Wow, that is have you ever done that? You and I both worked in restaurants. When everybody's out of there, have you ever cranked the radio or the speakers to something you wanted to play? That's a great moment. I actually never did that. What?
No, I didn't.
Oh, God, we used to do that with YG in the kitchen all the time.
See, now that feels like a missed opportunity. I wasn't working in the outside. I wasn't working as a server when YG's big hits came out.
Oh, it was so fun.
Let's throw 1-2 skip to my Lou in for 2 entries to our VIP drawing tonight.
Thank you.
And then let's throw Phoenix in. He $14.88. Thank you, sir. Says 1 entry. Keep the change, you filthy e-beggar. If I win, give it to Gray Duckling. So put an asterisk next to that one.
I've been putting GD behind those ones.
Okay, that goes to Gray Duckling. So it looks like we're pushing 20.
I'll count.
At this point. We're halfway through the show. So it looks like we're about on pace for last night's.
That was 19.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
So we're at about 20 people into the VIP. $10 on any platform gets you into the Steel Toe VIP drawing tonight. 1,000 entries into the drawing. If you want to see what you're getting in a VIP package for Steel Toe, it's a $250 package, but a $10 drawing tonight. 3 T-shirts, the Steel Toe hoodie, the 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, and 2 tickets to every live event that we do, an entry into a VIP drawing for $100 every single month on our prize shows, and when a new piece of merch comes out, you get to claim a free one for yourself. You just get in touch with us, and you get it. So
fancy.
VIP giveaway, $10 on any platform gets you 1,000 extra entries. Streamlabs, PayPal, and Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo gets you into that drawing. Okay, boys and girls, on from the Fire Festival. Let's check out what's going on, I believe this time in Philadelphia. Oh. Should we see if they're doing any better there in Philly?
I already know the answer. I guess let's see how bad it is.
Let's they're kind of just taking random pictures down the street, just seeing how everything's going, just getting it's odd that now people have to go down with a camera like they're National Geographic investigators going into the rainforest.
Right, it's Animal Planet.
And just filming species as they wander about. What's amazing about the drugs they've got cooking down in Kensington nowadays is that they seem to bend your skeletal structure. Like, people are just kind of wandering around like this, and their spine looks like a question mark. Like, this guy is a great example of what the drugs are doing to people in Philly. They're either hunched way over staring at the ground, or, them and theirs don't dance. They just pull up their pants and do the rock away.
It's giving them a new form of scoliosis.
Right. I mean, true story. They're bringing the team back. Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back.
America right now. Eerie footage coming out of Philadelphia shows crowds of people slouched over but still standing.
The only...
Those are the meth-toothed sloths.
Yes, this is the meth-toothed sloth of Kensington, Philadelphia. But you know something? When it comes to this Philly thing, I'm glad that it happened in this city because I was worried that we were going to lose a good one. Let me go to the phones really quickly here.
Call from...
Yeah, it's Granny and the Jew.
To accept, press 1. To send a...
Granny, is this you?
Up. Do you have your fucking phones up finally?
Granny, what can I do for you, sir? You sound cranky. Have you been putting aloe on your skin?
I haven't been putting any fucking aloe on my skin. You called me a fucking liver king, like you hulked out, dude. really fucking upset about that shit.
Well, come on.
First of all.
Come on.
No, I can't do this with the echo.
No, I can't do this
Second
with the echo.
I can't listen to myself back.
Second-
Listen to myself back.
Is there an echo?
Yeah, I can hear myself back, and so can the audience.
All right, hold on.
Now it's
Hey,
good. Nope, now it's
you
good.
and I, fucking stream off, motherfucker.
Yeah, but now they can't hear
You what?
you.
Who is this?
Granny, if you can't figure this out, I'm going to have to let this bit go.
I'm here with Kevin.
I thought he was dead. Oh, he hung up.
Kevin?
Oh, shit. God damn it. I always look forward to a good Granny bit, but that was...
A mess.
that was disjointed
It's
as
a
all.
mess.
That was disjointed as fuck.
The insane part is that this is a common scene in almost every major city in
Oh,
America.
God.
They look like
Look at it. That's what I'm talking about. So either it's question mark spine or a guy looking like he's trying to do one of those magic eye puzzles on the sidewalk.
Or just a really wild game of Twister.
Right, yes.
They're trying to connect the gum spots on the
They're
sidewalk.
trying to keep their left foot on blue while trying to put a right hand on red, but then they've got a left hand on green.
Right.
and
And then your tongue's on yellow.
It's a nightmare.
Your whole
They are
ass is
punching-
hanging out.
Yeah.
but not at the same time. The drug they are on is called xylazine, or more commonly known as trank. It is known to place people into a zombie-like state where they are unable to move and seem to lose all awareness.
So, I'm not a drug guy, as it turns out.
Thank God for that.
I need to ask, what are you getting out of this?
That was what I was wondering. I'm like, do you have at least a good dream or something?
Yeah, does your brain go to like a psychosis place?
Do you go to like a heavenly, like whatever thing you like
Right.
place?
Like you're not aware that you're doing this in the real world. It's like a matrix drug.
Right, where you're
You know?
just like plugged into something.
You don't know that, the guy from Sopranos is about to shoot you while you're in the pod. What's his name? Joe Pantangelo? Whatever the fuck his name is.
People using the
Pantene.
drug are put into a complete trance and can be seen walking around like an animal. The drug causes infections of the limbs, which most commonly result in amputations. It has been described as being so addictive that even a single accidental hit of it could get you hooked. Trank is now in about 90% of Philadelphia's drugstores.
It looks like they're doing one of those like flash mob artsy things where someone blows a whistle and everybody freezes in a mall.
This chick's like, oh look, I can lick my own vag.
Right, like she's doing
what are
human
you doing?
contortionist shit.
Right,
Yeah.
we don't need a circus anymore. We have the streets of Philly.
Right. I'm just like I said, at least we didn't lose a good city. You know.
Have you ever been to Philly?
I have no, I have not been to
I haven't
Philly.
either. I think the closest I've been is like Boston, but that's not close, I don't think.
Supply and can be commonly found in low-income areas of almost all U.S. cities.
Jesus.
You can walk downtown right now and most likely see people like this. Looks like it's time to get out of America for a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a hell of a conclusion you came to there. I would have just said Philly, but all right.
Are we proud of ourselves?
No.
Like we have got nothing to
We're
go
not.
for.
Thank you, Sage Retard, for saving the a screenshot of tonight's show. You put COVID in the title, and it gives you a COVID warning thing right under your show. I
It's
will
all-
admit, I like that.
All kinds of fun.
I
Feels
like that.
dangerous. Ooh.
And it hasn't, I don't think it's really hurt us that much tonight. Usually that sometimes you put something in your title and it'll fuck with you
butt fuck you.
algorithm wise.
Yeah.
It's like a little off, but Rumble's a little up from where it usually is. So we're at about the same thing. I think we're at about 350.
Now, if you put anything about Fauci or experimental medicine,
I
in
do
there,
know that we've put Tucker Carlson in our title before, and that really fucks shit
they
up.
don't like him. Or Alex Jones. I
yeah,
bet.
Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson. They don't
James
like
O'Keefe. Project Veritas.
Oh yeah, that was one that did it too. There's a few buzzwords that YouTube does not like.
You should just start naming your streams like Pfizer, Moderna,
Isn't Pfizer lovely?
sponsored by.
Yeah. Delco Lou says, come out for the Eagles-Vikings games. I can't guarantee any safety, but you'll have a damn good cheesesteak if you don't get shot in line.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to a Philadelphia Eagles game. You people, no offense, are just not, you're not part of the civilized world.
No. Like, that person who made that TikTok, which I don't trust TikTok very often, but, like, I'll trust this one. Like, he said that's basically, like, all the streets of Philly.
Yeah.
And I would believe him.
I mean, I'm sure there's got to be nice rich parts.
Yeah, right.
Like
Maybe
any
behind
other town.
gates
Yeah.
and fences.
There's got to be some of them in Philly
And
where
guess
they're not
what?
doing that.
You and I aren't invited.
Yeah. Cocktiff says, see ya on Kick tomorrow. Oh, no, we'll be good. They welcome us on Rumble. They like us. They promote our show and everything. It's lovely. If you'd like to join the VIP drawing tonight, $10 on any platform gets you in there. We do appreciate it. We'll be doing the drawing in a little over 45 minutes. So if you want to jump in between now and then, $10 on any of the platforms. Links are in the chat. If you'd like to join, got about 20 right now.
19
or 20. And we have 43 last night. So if you want to jump in there, jump on in. Okay, we got through the Philadelphia one. I like this one. There's a rapper in Florida. His name is Gunplay. You know, a lot of rappers, they have these, gimmicks, and they don't live them up. You know, there's some guys, they want to look like they're badasses or whatever, like Rick Ross, and I love Rick Ross. He's very cool. But Rick Ross is kind of a phony because he was a prison guard and, you know, he was on that side of things.
But he has Bison now, so he makes up for it.
Right. And you can tell that Rick Ross was more in the professional working class before he was a rapper because he's like diversified and got a lot of investments and brands and shit like that. So he was a smart guy. Gunplay, however, you cannot accuse him of being phony.
Okay.
Because Gunplay was arrested recently.
So he's your kind of guy.
Do you have any idea what Gunplay was arrested for?
Probably some gun stuff.
Gunplay. Yes. Gunplay is legit. Florida rapper Gunplay allegedly lived up to his name by drunkenly pulling an AK-47 on his wife.
Whoa.
While she was holding their baby in a fight over him paying the shoot-'em-up game Call of Duty, according to cops and his wife. So I guarantee what happened was the wife is tired of the crying kid and having to change all the diapers and asked Mr. Gunplay here.
Mr. Play.
If he would help out a little bit. And his response was probably something to the effect of, and this is a recreation, this is not word for word what happened. He probably responded with something like, yo, bitch, this be my Call of Duty time. And to which she said, oh, no, you ain't going to talk like that to me, you bastard. And Granny, I don't have time. Hold on. Well, maybe at the end of the show. So Mr. Play told his wife what was what. And then she said, you better come help with this baby or else. And then he took the AK-47 and, you know.
He just casually has one while he's playing Call of Duty.
Well, you know, it's like having Vikings horns when you're watching a Vikings game. You know, it makes you feel immersed.
How dare I?
Yeah. The 44-year-old Love and Hip Hop Miami star, real name Richard Morales Jr., fuck that, he's Gunplay, was arrested on Sunday in the Florida city on charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, and child abuse, records show. He allegedly threw glass cups and bottles at wife Vonshea Taylor Morales, forcing her to cover their 6-month-old daughter with a blanket to protect her from flying glass. You know, I'm not a relationship expert, nor would I ever pretend to be one.
So this is not relationship advice?
This is not relationship advice.
Okay, thank you.
In my opinion, I would call it off.
I'd think about it.
If I were a judge, and I saw this case come across my my judging table,
your transom,
my transom, if you will, I would definitely say something to the effect of irreconcilable differences. Yes, I agree. Case dismissed.
All of the above.
You say there are irreconcilable differences. What would those be? Yana, he wants to throw glasses and shit at me and point rifles at my face while I'm holding the baby. What would you like to say, Gunplay? Yeah, well, she thinks I shouldn't. All right, that does seem like a bridge too far. I'm going to let you two go your separate ways. Now,
you got to throw the N-word in there somewhere.
I'm the judge. I can't be talking like that unless I'm Philip Banks.
No, it's the statement.
I suppose.
From the guy.
So anyway, the nice thing is if you're a 44-year-old rapper who people haven't heard that much of lately, you probably don't have any money to split up.
Do you know any Gunplay?
I don't know any Gunplay.
I don't know any Gunplay.
No. I know Kid and Play.
Kid and Play?
Yeah, I don't know Gunplay. Sounds
very pedo-y.
I know. You don't know Kid and Play? Like the House Party movies or anything like that?
I will say it again. That sounds very pedo-y.
Wow, April doesn't know the House Party movies. I mean, look, I'm not saying you're missing anything. They're not very good.
Yeah, don't shame me.
But God, I thought everybody knew Kid and Play. You know what Christopher Kid Reed from Kid and Play does now?
What?
He's like Bill Maher's main writer and producer.
Whoa.
Yeah, kind of a weird turn there.
That is odd.
So allegedly, Gunplay also threw glass cups and bottles at his wife. He then pressed an AK-47 against his wife's chest and said, quote, "I will blow your shit back." Which, in Gunplay's defense, if you say something like that while not holding an AK-47, it could be an intriguing offer.
What?
I'll blow your shit back.
Oh, you think that's intriguing,
Yeah,
huh?
like
Let
maybe,
me,
you know,
slide that your way later.
He'll give, well, no, not for me. That's not
I don't
good.
have an AK, so I can't scare you.
Blow your shit back. But if you're holding a gun,
Give
it
me a
really
shotgun.
takes on a different context, and it makes it a little more frightening. Taylor Morales addressed the ordeal on her Instagram page Sunday. You know, as everybody does when you have a domestic in-house, you just tell the entire world about it.
God, when I have a domestic, I just cover it up with long sleeves.
Exactly.
I mean, and shut up.
Some jeans from the leg kicks, you know.
Yeah, if you ever see me wearing jeans and a long sleeve on
Yeah.
a 100-degree summer day.
If you guys ever see her wearing jeans and long sleeves, be rest assured of two things. One, she was beaten. And two, the house is spotless.
Yep.
Those are the two things you can be sure of.
The hijab, like burqa days, those are the truly bad ones because he got in the face a little bit.
Right, and then afterwards, I beat her again because I'm like, a little too obvious, woman. And then she apologizes for misbehaving, and we go about our business. But I use the rule of thumb. I don't hit her with anything wider than my thumb. And she says, thank you for being a gentleman.
You can find a lot of metal rods that size, though.
You wouldn't believe.
Hurt pretty bad.
I beat her with a lot of old car antennas. I take a lot of those and I just whap, 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 whap.
I think a fire poker is probably about as wide as your thumb.
You know what? That's pushing it. But I'll tell you what. Those radio antennas on old cars, they're dependable.
He goes for the old Buick ones. They're really sturdy.
They get a good whip on them. They're real bendy.
Some Oldsmobile action.
Taylor Morales addresses I use those big CB antennas. I just get a big CB radio antenna and I just start hacking away. Taylor Morales addressed the ordeal on her Instagram page Sunday to say she and her daughter were safe and that she was divorcing the rapper. Well, now, wait a minute. Let's not jump to conclusions here.
Could you call the family first?
Yeah. Let's make sure we're not making a quick decision. Unfortunately, Richard is back to using and developed a very bad drinking problem, wrote the mom, who appeared alongside her husband on the VH1 reality show. There's the mugshot.
He's got some serious forehead wrinkles. What are those?
It's called being 44 and your name is Gunplay. He's probably led a rough life. That's what that is. Well, and if he lives in Florida.
She looks like his daughter, though. That's a youngin'.
I don't trust anyone with that hairstyle or when they have the curly pasted to their head. Curly things.
That's the baby hairs. They use like a special wax and like put it in certain little like designs and stuff and slick it onto your face.
I don't trust any woman with the hair slicked onto their face, and the more curls, the more untrustworthy. That kind of woman to me seems like they could be a problem. Now,
your girl Saweetie does that.
Yeah, no, thank you. See, to me though, she is I wouldn't say lucky, but she did find someone who's definitely more of a problem than her.
Definitely. She looks she's pretty, and that baby's so cute. She's so cute.
Well, that baby.
Save the baby.
That baby doesn't know it, but it just.
Save the baby.
It almost got its face split open by an AK, so.
Yeah, isn't that something? Daddy was actually there for her, but then tried to throw a bottle and an AK in her face.
Why couldn't you have gone out for cigarettes, man? Oh.
Right, blow off some steam, buddy. Go for a walk.
I've tried everything in my power to help and love him. This is a demon he has to overcome on his own, she said, saying she believes it's now too late.
You don't say.
I will say this. I believe that in this case, it is too late to apologize. It's too late. What? I just thought I would.
Can I shove
go,
off early?
No, I think, look, we're in this together. You know? We're really in this together.
I don't appreciate being hurt twice in one day.
Thank you very much to Captain Caution for the $5. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And of course, if you want to be into the $10 VIP giveaway tonight, there you go. PayPal, Streamlabs. Chino's airborne herpes bump says, I'm out.
Seriously, what did you do this morning? You did a really bad one.
I did
this
Kid Rock
morning.
lyrics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you started the show with like a big 20-minute thing.
Some people didn't like it, but some people said, Aaron, you're cool like Fonzie, rolling St. Lake Slinky. It's Slinky. Everyone knows it's Slinky. Everyone knows it's... they said, Aaron, you're cool like Fonzie, rolling Lake St. Clair in your 40-foot Donzi. And I appreciate it. And I told him, I said, you got a Bentley? Wow. I got a jet with wet bars and trucks with gold plows. Sorry. I
don't think I should have to sit here and take this abuse, but, you're just too cute while you're doing it.
Look, it's one thing to see the disappointment, but to hear it in a tone really takes something out of me.
It really does, glaze me over, and not in, a sexy way.
I understand.
I can hear pussies just drying up.
Dario Delfino says, Aaron quoting rap lyrics makes April dry as the Sahara. You can see it on her face. Excuse me, sir. I believe we prefaced that with allegedly.
Everything in his life is alleged.
Allegedly.
He makes it all alleged just so he can never be tied down.
How do you know it doesn't, how do you know it's not monsoon season when I quote those lyrics? Like if I say, whoa, hey, friggin' heck, bob my head like a pigeon peck.
Try it. Give it the voice.
If I go, and fuck you and your... No, it's fuck you and your fat mother. I could make a tree from her back... she could use a tree for a back scrubber. I could make a raft from her back blubber, sail to the long lost worlds on her back, brother.
I have to see them. I'm leaving... Oh. Would you rather leave me for PK or Norman? You'd go for Norman.
I don't want to fuck either one of them, but I'd love to hang out with Norman Payne.
You want a piece of that painful pie.
Do you want a piece of the painful pie? Now, my favorite line of Norman Payne's is, sunburnt flesh, let it shed. I love that he points.
It's so gross.
Or bachelor pad covered in spaff. Dorito crumbs all up in my bath.
That one makes me smile every time, but I don't like Doritos in the bath.
I mean, does the whole apartment need to be covered in spaff?
Yes. I think it's tacky if you only do part of it.
Dario says, Steel Toe, I didn't know that, but I've heard folks smarter than me identify it as such, so I followed their lead. There aren't many smarter than you. Cheat Shop says, yeah, Aaron can make April cream like a Carvel ice cream dispenser. Oh, just not chocolate, am I right? All right, you want to talk about crazy Florida people?
I never thought I'd be living for the day where I'd rather talk about crazy Florida people.
We do have some Minnesota stories. You're not going to believe this, but the mayor of Minneapolis actually did a good thing that was right for the people of Minneapolis and didn't further decline the city into a descent into hell.
Oh, yeah? Was he wearing shorts and a T-shirt and is like, hey, dudes again?
No, it was, there was a proposal that the city council passed to have a ride-share minimum wage. That basically Lyft and Uber, if you were going to operate in the city of Minneapolis, you had to pay the drivers a certain minimum wage.
So,
now,
they can't... just pick you up for a $5 little thing or something?
No, you'd have to pay them hourly. So not only, because right now I believe it's Uber and Lyft give you a portion of your car payment, and you also get to keep all the tips, and they don't pay you a wage. You just go and you make some money picking people up and dropping them off.
Okay.
It's like playing the taxi missions on Grand Theft Auto, except you can't kill anybody. It's kind of a similar thing. And
Which is unfortunate at times.
Everyone who played GTA knows the taxi missions, most boring missions.
The most fun ones, the strip clubs.
Right. But what Minneapolis wanted to do, what the city council wanted to do was go, hey, we're for the people around here and the downtrodden and the workers. That's why our taxes are so fucking high and there's so many regulations. We need a minimum wage for these drivers. Well, the problem is when you have a minimum, when you tell Uber and Lyft that they have to have a minimum wage for rideshare drivers, what they're going to do is cut off service to your city. Yeah. Because they're going to have to pay out of the fucking nose. It's not going to pay for them to be there. They'd rather just take their ball, go home, call it a day, because they're not going to make any money. So the mayor, as dumb as the mayor of Minneapolis is, and as useless as he tends to be, at least on this one, he vetoed it.
Okay.
And he said no. Uber and Lyft threatened to pull their business out of the city if the measure took effect.
You can't have that.
Yeah, and Fry shared his concerns with the city council before it passed the measure last week. So thank God there was at least one adult in the city of Minneapolis that stepped in here.
And if you ever see him, he doesn't give like any reason to believe he's an adult. He doesn't look like one. He doesn't act like one.
He reminds me of a poor man's Trudeau. Mayor Fry.
Yes.
Yeah, he reminds me of Trudeau.
Spot on. I watched him on the news this week earlier giving some black woman a trophy
Well,
or
that's
something.
good. Black women
He
should
was
get
wearing
trophies.
clothes that wouldn't even have been like golf course appropriate. He was wearing a stupid t-shirt with some stupid shorts and like, hey dudes. He looked like just a bum on the street.
Just trying to be a man of the people. That's all.
You know what I think it was? He didn't want to dress too nice in front of like the crowd he had.
Maybe that's it.
I honestly was sitting there watching it because he was dressed like I would have been or something. And I'm like, dude, you just didn't want to show up, did you?
Well, the proposal would have set a minimum wage for rideshare drivers that is equivalent to the city of Minneapolis's minimum wage at $15.19. At least $1.40 per mile and 51 cents per minute, or $5, whichever is greater. So Uber and Lyft, which operate on the cost of you getting driven to your destination, and the driver who gets paid on the tip that you leave them, both of them would have lost out on both of those things, and people in Minneapolis wouldn't have a ride anywhere until a cab comes by if this would have passed.
Yeah.
So Mayor Fry vetoed the whole thing, and I'm sure people in the city of Minneapolis shit on him for it, and he's an asshole, and this is a problem, and blah, 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 blah. But it was the right move to make because they absolutely would have left. Thank you very much to No Pen 15 Fathead for $10 over on PayPal. That, of course, is going to be added.
Thank you.
To the drawing for tonight. So thank you very much, buddy. $10 on any platform gets you 1,000 entries into that drawing. We're at 20 at the moment. Anything over 35 goes towards tomorrow's goal. And anything over 50, we do 2 drawings for tonight. So if you'd like to qualify, go for it. We'd love to have you. I wanted to do this story out of Florida. I think Coltrane sent me this. 5 women in Longwood, Florida were arrested after they allegedly intentionally clogged the toilet at a Central Florida wing joint, igniting a brawl with employees. That's... So I have a question.
Yes.
And this is a question that I maybe don't want answered.
I will use my discretion.
But the question is, did they clog it with their shit? Or did they just like throw a bunch of paper in there and clog the toilet? Oh, come on.
There are bitches out there that are so lazy they won't put it in a receptacle and they'll just flush it down the toilet. And I don't know if you boys have ever been curious and like just ran like an unused tampon under a sink water, but those things get pretty fucking big. Okay. They're going to clog your toilet.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to beat the image mentally out of my head.
I just like that it's a wing joint. So, of course, they're eating chicken.
They're eating spicy wings, and they just left thunder shits in the toilet.
I hope it's that.
Yeah,
I hope it's not a tampon.
They plugged up the toilet. And then, you know what? Sometimes if you're the staff, look, you got to smile at the customer, and they're always right, and you got to let them get away with shit.
Oh, my God.
And then there's stuff that's worth throwing fists over.
I think we're asking the wrong question.
What's that?
There were 5 women arrested, right? Did they all use the same toilet?
See, now that would clog up a toilet, yes.
Like, if they were what if somebody they didn't like was working at the chicken shack that day and they all decided just to go clog up the same toilet and got in a fight? Like, that's what I hope happened.
Gray Duckling gifting a membership. Thank you very, very much, buddy. Appreciate that. So, now I see why Coltrane sent me this story. Kanisha Charles, Taisha Charles, Kayanda Charles, Jasmine Klein, and Jalea Smith, 18, 19, 24, 26, and 20, respectively, were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct, battery, and criminal mischief. Yes, but what's the charge for the fighting? I understand that those are the charges for overflowing the shitter, But now how about the punches that were thrown?
And is there anyone there to console that toilet? That thing's been through a lot.
It all started shortly before 9 p.m. on Saturday at Papa B's in Longwood.
Oh.
A supervisor told police that the bathroom toilet was stuffed with toilet paper, and the group of 5 women might have been to blame since they were the only customers inside the restaurant at the time.
Oh my God.
Okay, now what on earth possesses you to be that shitty that you would go out of your way to clog up a toilet with toilet paper on purpose?
I'll tell you what, it's something petty. I bet you that one of them was seeing one of the mans that was working there, and he like cheated on her or something. And so they're like, look, I'm going to make him clean up some toilets.
Yeah.
So they just overflowed that bit.
It's always those hot guys that work at the chicken wing joint that end up being the source of all the ladies fighting.
Give me a better reason.
I don't know.
Did you show the fine people of this show what these lovely ladies
They
look like?
definitely look like some bad bitches. I mean,
which one? If you had to pick
this one looks like she could fuck you up.
But if you had to pick one,
This one's not. This one would probably. She looks like a bruiser too. This one looks like you could kick the shit out of her. This one looks like all bark and no bite. But these two.
You don't want to talk about the end one?
These two look like they could be a problem. I'm not sure. She kind of just looks like Muggsy Bogues a little bit.
She looks like she's just high and there for the ride.
But these two, the two on the end, they look like some rough broads. I believe Don Imus had a name for them.
I believe he did.
Look like some nappy-headed hoes, baby. An employee cleaned the bathroom, but shortly after, one of the women went back into the bathroom. An employee discovered the toilet was again stuffed in excess with toilet paper. That's when the supervisor told the women they needed to leave the restaurant since it was near closing time. They already paid, and she found out one of them had clogged the toilet. What a bunch of classy broads we're dealing with here in the wing joint.
When somebody approaches them, like, what is one of them going to say? Like, look, I had to go. Or, like, what are you going to say? What do you have to say for yourself?
Look, man, I had a wicked shit on deck, and what was I supposed to do? Wait until I got home?
I bet she blamed it on the chicken place for, like, bad chicken.
Yo, y'all spicy wings was way too spicy, and that thundered out my booty like it was fire, yo.
You've said that before, haven't you?
And then, of course, the shift manager had to hit her in the face instinctively with a frying pan for talking like that. Because think about it.
Aww.
They already cleaned the bathroom for the night. They were done, and these women went in there and just fucked them over and clogged up the toilet.
There's nothing worse than, like, there's toilet water on the floor. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Dario Delfino raises a good point. They have to go tell people about this now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get approached eventually.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Yo, we got arrested for clogging the toilet at Papa B's. No.
All 5 of you? What?
Oh, Kenneth with $5. I'm sure you're joking, buddy. That's okay. We appreciate it, pal. Very nice of you. That's when the supervisor told the women they need to leave the restaurant. At this point, the women grew irate, and they began yelling at the supervisor, who told them they needed to leave again. Don't make us shit in your other toilets.
They all picked a toilet. Shit.
One of the women allegedly punched the supervisor in the face. It's all just so needless.
Were you just having a bad day? What is this?
It's just
analyze it for me.
But it's all, I don't know what it is, but it's all just so remarkably unnecessary. Don't go and clog the toilet.
It's a matter of opinion.
You don't go and hang out until closing time after you've already paid your bill. And when people ask you to leave, just head on home. Or don't go home. Go to another restaurant.
What if you
fuck up their bathroom?
What if you don't got a home?
Then punch the manager in the fucking face. Why don't you?
I'm sure I'll let you stay.
She suffered injuries, including a cut behind her ear and bruises on her thigh and arm. Another employee rushed to the supervisor's aid, but one of the women slapped her.
It gets worse.
It's just there's a punch in the face, and then people just start pairing off like a middle school dance and slaps and hits.
They're square dancing.
She got on top of her and began to throw chairs, according to police. She suffered injuries, including bruises to her eye and elbow. The fight was eventually broken up by several employees. There's more. As the women tried to flee the restaurant through the front door, they knocked chairs over, threw salt and pepper shakers, and broke other items on their way out. It sounds like a goddamn stampede in that place.
Well, now they're just going to have bad luck. They spilt the salt.
So they knocked chairs over, threw salt and pepper shakers, broke shit. The estimated value of broken items, $20. They had like old plastic lawn chairs. They broke the legs off.
Folding chairs.
When they ran to the back, they were met by law enforcement officers who detained them, but not before they were treated by paramedics for their injuries.
Oh I'm
guessing the cops got there quickly because Papa B's is pretty common. This sort of thing, kind of common.
We've got like another National Geographic moment.
$20 from CSE. CSE is in the drawing twice tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that, buddy. Into the 20s for the amount of people qualified for the VIP tonight. $10 on any platform gets you into that drawing. There, by the way, more to this story. They're not done yet. Surveillance footage from the restaurant was consistent with the employees' statements to police. The women, however, said an employee pushed one of them in the chest and another employee tried to lock them inside the restaurant. Oh, yeah, because if anything, it really seemed like these employees at this wing place were trying to keep you there.
Even if that was true, though, I can understand locking them in there until the cops get there.
Well, the women were all released after they each posted $1,026 bond.
Well, just $1,026.
Well,
randomly.
I mean, or a percentage of that. So somebody bailed them out for like $100 or something like that. Like they got, and if
Papa B's isn't safe, you guys.
Laughing Lion says more like Papa BMs. It is fucking stupid.
It hurt a lot today.
Thank you very much, Coltrane. We appreciate that. We got the drawing going. Oh boy, we got about 20 minutes until we draw for our VIP tonight. If you'd like to be part of it, $10 on any platform. Of course, if you win the VIP drawing, it's a $250 value. You win our steel toe hoodie, the 3 t-shirts that we have, the 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, 2 tickets to every live event we do, a free entry into the VIP $100 drawing every end of the month. And if we when we release new items of merchandise, you get to claim a free item for yourself. Well, Magic 8 Ball says 13% of the population clogs 85% of the toilets.
You just have to imagine it smells worse, too, in like a chicken place.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just spicy chicken shits.
Some real rocket shits flying out of buttholes at a chicken place.
Come on.
This is another item. As I read this story in advance of us doing it, this is another item that gets my conspiracy juices flowing. Mortgage rates are now at their highest point since the turn of the century. You know, the Fed's been trying to fight inflation, and in doing so, they've had to raise interest rates, hoping that will bring pressure on the amount of money in supply. It hasn't done anything to home prices, though. So the cost of borrowing money for your mortgage has gotten twice as expensive.
Very spendy.
For a lot of people. And if you want to buy a new house, it's also the price itself is crazy expensive. But usually when the interest rate goes up, the prices come down.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point of raising the interest rates. Well, I have a theory, and it's based in fact. It's based in something that is happening, but I don't know how much of the marketplace not like being resistant to these interest rates going up is this particular thing. I feel like China and BlackRock and these other corporations are buying up these empty houses at these crazy prices so that they can keep the housing prices high and basically starve people. Not starve, but like starve them out of the housing market.
Where did you get that idea?
Well, I know that a lot of these hedge funds and a lot of these other companies and a lot of people from other countries are buying up houses and they're buying up rental properties. And if these big corporations keep spending this money to buy these houses, then there's no reason for the prices to come down because somebody, not any individuals that are working for a living and looking for a place for their and their family to live, but somebody, they don't care who, is paying the price for those houses. So you might as well keep the prices high. Steel Toe out of context says Zillow got caught buying houses cheap and then trying to sell them for a huge markup. Nikki Fruit Loops. BlackRock is buying up entire subdivisions.
And like what? Nobody's living in them. They're just doing that to keep the price up.
And then they jack up the rent. And then you have to rent houses that you used to be able to buy. So it's just basically making the quality of life shittier for the next generation so they'll be more amenable to more progressivism, more socialism, more communism. This is, dude, it's right out of Marx's playbook.
You're creating more dependency.
Right. It's right out of Marx's playbook because Marx didn't have ideas that you could just do and people would like. You had to make things really shitty first, and then people would try your ideas, which is a recipe for disaster, and people just don't get it. Some people. Steel Toe out of context says HOAs should be illegal. They're anti-American. I agree with you. I've thought that for so long. But the whole thing is that, again, it's like me not always blaming the politicians. People keep buying them.
They do. For me, like when I've been looking for homes before, there's nothing worse than finding like a seemingly perfect house for me, price range and everything back in the day, and then finding out it's in an HOA neighborhood. Yeah. It's an instant out for me. I can't do it.
Skeezy says, keep voting. I'm sure it'll work eventually.
Oh.
Well, it seemed like it was kind of reversing a little, 5 years ago or so. It seemed like that was kind of working.
The good old days, what?
But boy, they fixed that guy quick, didn't they? And, Trump didn't get to do half the shit he wanted to do. They held him back on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just because you're president doesn't mean you just get to snap your fingers and have it all done.
He didn't drain the swamp, clearly, because the swamp is still there. It's trying to drag him under.
It's extra murky now.
Yeah, he didn't build a wall because we've got all these immigration problems now. So he didn't get a lot of the shit he promised done. And, now...
Is it all his fault?
I'm not saying it's all his fault. I'm just saying that, can we vote our way out of this? I don't know.
I don't think it's can we. We're not even going to get there. I don't think we will anyways.
Optic Nerve says, man, I pay over $2,000 in rent in NYC to live alone. Damn. Dude, that's not that much more than it is here now.
No.
Here it's like $1,400-$1,500 in a lot of places.
When would that have been? 6-7 years ago. I've been in this house with you since
About
2020.
4. Yeah.
So then 3 years before that, I signed a lease for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It was brand new, ground floor, and it was $1,000 a month with a garage.
And that's probably gone up by a couple hundreds.
I was going to guess it probably close to doubled because it's new.
And the property taxes are up and everything like that. So, yeah, I mean, for
a 2-bedroom, I bet you're paying about 2.
It's nasty out there. And then, again, you've got the double whammy of these fucking corporations and BlackRock and all these hedge funds buying up all these houses at these insane prices. And then so you're not going to get any downward relief on prices to be able to move into your first home if you're in your 20s. But also, now the mortgage rates are the highest they've been in over 20 years. So you've got,
you can't buy a house right now.
I know when my parents were buying their house in the 80s, I know that interest rates were around 20%, but the houses were like $60,000.
Well, I think I mentioned last night, my parents bought their farm in like probably 91 or 92, a 9-acre farm with outbuildings and a house for like $60,000.
Right. Now you had like giant, like I said, 20% interest rates, but the prices were low. Dario says BlackRock is like a goddamn supervillain organization. It's even the name of an obscure Superman villain. Yeah, you look at what BlackRock owns and what they do. They just bought something else recently too.
They acquired something. I thought
they acquired something, and you're like, "Fuck, that's not good." Was it 23andMe?
Yeah, it was like a DNA thing.
Yeah, so now BlackRock has your DNA if you've ever done 23andMe.
Dude, just that name sounds ominous, doesn't it?
Okay, BlackRock agrees to buy Ancestry in $4.7 billion deal.
Blackstone.
Oh, Blackstone. And the investment firm Blackstone.
Uh-oh.
I thought BlackRock bought one, too.
There's a lot of black stuff out there.
Yeah, I love how they're... BlackRock doesn't own 75% of Ancestry. The deal saw... that's not what all this other stuff says. Oh, well. At any rate...
Either way. Super villain.
At any rate, these investment firms own your DNA, so that's wonderful. Just don't put the swab in your mouth and do the 23andMe thing. Unless
There are, like, the older you get, like, and you look back on things that you considered doing when you were younger, I am more and more grateful all the time that I skipped a bunch of stuff. Because at one point when that Ancestry.com or, like, the 23andMe thing came out, everyone's like, ooh, I kind of want to just know where I'm from. And I'm just always so glad I skipped all that.
And Blackstone goes, yes, we do too.
Right.
That would be wonderful.
Hungry eyes.
Sean says, yep, I paid 21% in 1985. Yeah, but at least in 1985, I bet you the house price was really low. I mean, yeah, that interest rate is murderous. But
it's disgusting.
BlackRock has almost $20 trillion in assets, says Loaded Wrench. So you're saying that we could turn guns on BlackRock, seize all their assets, and pay off 2/3 of our debt?
Wouldn't that be great though?
No.
Do you ever look around at like corporations and think, I bet if we just like took over these couple here,
I'll tell you
we
why.
could wipe it all out.
I'll tell you why I say no. Even though BlackRock is evil, like that's such a communist thing to do that there's no going back from it.
It's communist, it's bad behavior, and they still run a bunch of stuff. Like, who's going to do it better, I guess? Like, you always kind of figure that you could do it better, but then you get in there and you ruin everything, too.
Mel Gibson, after 12 beers, says, I thought BlackRock was that band Living Color. Well, I mean, you don't have to be wrong. Eccentric Sea Wizard with $10 says, another entry for Gray Duckling. Now, wait a minute.
Thank you.
There's a chance that with so many people putting in their entries for Gray Duckling that he could end up winning tonight. So maybe a bunch of people just are going to end up, we got what, 10 minutes or so until we draw? Maybe more people are just going to jump in and go, yeah, it's for Gray Duckling. Let's get him his fucking VIP.
Including his own entries, I believe he has 6 right now.
Okay, so he has 6 out of what, 20?
23.
23, and me. There you go. All right, so get yourself a few entries. Okay, so either now, if you get into the VIP drawing tonight, you're either just trying to spoil it for Gray Duckling.
There's 7.
Or you're trying to get Gray Duckling in there. By the way, did our winner last night get in touch with you?
Not yet.
Okay, so he's still got a... That was Dan Campbell.
Yep.
Won
the
last
guy who
night.
swooped in to put 10 entries in and got the very spot after Gray Duckling.
Yes, so Dan Campbell ended up winning it last night, and we still have to hear from old Dan Campbell. So $10 on any platform, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships. There you go. Dusty Road says, help support the American dream, win the VIP, baby. Ooh, my voice was going a little bit there. Yeah, it's good to see the American dream show up in the chat. All right, couple more of these. Yeah, I think the average interest rate is now like 7.48%. And I think it's going to go higher because I don't think the Fed is done raising interest rates. Because inflation is still a bitch.
I don't know about you, but I don't know any friends right now that are looking to buy a house.
No. Well, now, and it also kind of traps people in the houses they're in.
That was my next comment. I know friends that need a new house because their family is expanding and they're tapped on space, but they can't get one now.
They got their house at like 3.5%, and they're like, I can't walk away from this deal. I can't walk away from 3.5% interest on, a 30-year mortgage.
Right, and even if they found a house that seemed worth it to them, it's like the new interest rates aren't worth it.
Right. It's just as Zach Galifianakis once said in the movie The Campaign, it's a mess.
I used that earlier.
It's a mess. All right, we got to. I want to watch this. This is funny. So the new owner of the Washington, and I know that there's a Native American group who wants to change them back to the Redskins, which I think would be cool.
I would too.
The Washington Commanders, the new owner, they finally got rid of their boogeyman, Dan Snyder. The NFL did, and now you have this new owner, and he was on the preseason Monday Night Football broadcast. You got Troy Aikman, you got Joe Buck, and as much as I like these two in the booth, and I think they do a good job. I know a lot of people hate Joe Buck, but I think he's good at it. He's a little bit of a slime ball, but whatever. Mm-hmm. This was a very funny moment. To me, Joe Buck does not strike me as the kind of guy who likes touching people or being touched.
I'm not a Joe Buck guy either. I don't want to be touching him.
But he strikes me as a guy who has a bubble. shall we say. And the new owner, who, by the way, does not look like a billionaire football team owner.
Oh, he kind of looks like rundown De Niro.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they went and got like old Gene Hackman or Dustin Hoffman out of the stands drunk and said, why don't you come up and talk football with us a little, Dustin? And this guy, believe it or not, is a billionaire. He owns the Washington Commanders. And there were one of those socially awkward moments. Have you ever had one of those moments where somebody, and this especially happens in school, like when you have a crush on someone, and they're looking in your direction and they like wave at you, and you wave back and you look like a retard and you're all excited. You find out they're waving to someone over there.
I have indeed done that. I did that recently, actually.
That sucks a dick. This happened to the new owner of the Washington Commanders, as Joe Buck, who's a commentator and a broadcaster, much like myself, we talk with our hands. You know, we move our hands a lot. And the Washington Commanders owner took that and made a really awkward situation out of it. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I mean, you're no stranger. You're no stranger to professional sports teams, managing general partner of the Devil.
So Joe Buck is he's like, you're no stranger to owning sports teams. And that guy thought it was a handshake thing, so he gave him like a little curtsy pinch.
Oh, that's so uncomfortable.
He just gave him like a weird little how do you do hand kissy thing.
I had a pastor do that to me once. I was at a friend's church.
April, he fingered you. That's a big difference.
Hey.
Sorry.
He used his big finger.
You whore.
Ugh. Hurt. No, I was like talking with my hands. I was doing one of these things, right? I was like doing, not up here, but I like had my hands shaped like this. Hold out your hand in this fashion. So I was talking like that, right?
Okay.
He goes and grabs my hand like this. Like, he thought I was like doing a thing.
I will help you avenge your grandfather's death.
It's the most uncomfortable thing of my life, I think. But I was just like saying, oh yeah, my friend said I should come check this out with you and stuff. And he thought I was like introducing myself with a handshake of sorts.
Bumblebee tuna.
Should have spit in it first.
I mean, you're no stranger. You're no stranger to.
Just like, yeah, brother. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what the fuck was that? He didn't try to like shake his hand.
I don't know.
He didn't try to high five him. He did like a hybrid 5 handshake thing.
My favorite part wasn't even the shake. He like contemplated it first. He like looked down at it.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm going to shake that.
My God, does Joe Buck want me to shake it? Well, you're goddamn right, Joe. Put her there, pal.
Watch him look at it and like think about it.
Yeah, I mean, you're no stranger. You're no
Right
stranger
there.
to.
It's funnier every time I watch it.
And then Troy Aikman like laughs it off too.
I'm surprised Troy Aikman is not just riddled with brain damage at this point. Every year I see him. Every year I see him in the booth and he's not drooling all over himself,
or you,
or myself. I just go, boy, he really did get lucky because Aikman was one of those quarterbacks who his brains just got bashed in every week, and he'd have concussions,
and it shows.
And right, but he's not like I don't know. He still seems like he's there enough. Same thing with Steve Young. Steve Young had to retire because he was getting so many concussions. Steve Young seems like he's doing well enough as an analyst so far. I got to watch one more time. You're right. It's the stare where he stares down at the hand.
It briefly, and he's like, yeah.
Hot shit. There you go, buddy.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
You shake your hand.
Yeah, I mean, you're no stranger. You're no stranger to professional sports teams.
I look at Troy Aikman's like, oh, I just watched something funny happen.
Joe Buck's like trying so hard to be professional.
Yeah, Joe Buck's like, doing that like, what the fuck? Did you just give me a squeezer? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, you're no stranger. You're no stranger to professional sports teams.
I love Aikman's face. And I love how confident the owner is. He's like, yeah, I think we bonded here today.
Yeah, but he didn't. You're right. Like, reach out your hand from
well,
under.
You see, there was
he
okay.
did like
right. Wait, now did Buck close back or no? Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you're no stranger. You're no stranger to.
He did. He gave him a little. He closed back. But what are you supposed to do?
Well, if you finish watching it, though, Aikman laughs.
Yeah, Aikman. We saw it a couple times. Aikman gave a little giggle out of that one. April, hamburger steak with $10 says, if I win, please take it away from Gray Duckling. Wait, what? What do you mean?
Rephrase. Enhance.
Do you mean like give it to Gray Duckling or take it away from Gray?
I think take it away from him, like giving him a new toy, but then saying no. It's mine.
Dave S says, dude will never talk with his hands anymore. Yeah, Joe Buck's you're gonna see him next time he's out going, all right, guys, we're here for the big game between San Francisco and Seattle, and it's gonna be a great. And Troy's gonna be like, what are you doing with your arms, Joe? None of your fucking business, Troy. Anyway, we'll be back right after this.
Well, you're no stranger to any of this nonsense. Sure.
Oh, I thought you were asking me to pull your finger and fart for you.
I don't like that Joe Buck is too professional to like not say anything about it. Like he can't even make a joke.
Right. He's just moving on. Steel Toe out of context says, Aaron, if you look through chat, you'll see Dan Campbell said give his VIP from last night to Gray Duckling.
Is that why I never heard from him?
So wait a minute. Gray Duckling won the VIP.
And Silverwolf is telling me to check Messenger because he sent me a screenshot.
Okay, check that out and confirm it. And then I guess for Gray Duckling, we'll just give him, I guess, the $100 or something.
I do have a message from 8:52 tonight from Dan Campbell saying give it to Gray Duckling.
Oh, shit.
And then...
So now what if Gray Duckling wins, we'll just give him what the cost of getting the merchandise for the VIP would be. If Gray Duckling wins. And now the rest of you, if you win, do you still want to give it to Gray Duckling or what's the deal?
What, he just gets 2 in a week? To make up for lost time?
Yeah, I guess so.
I
What we'll do is, and the drawing is in 5 minutes. If you want to jump in, jump in. Whoever wins it will be the winner. They won't give it to Gray
Good
Duckling.
one, babe.
No, whoever wins will be the winner since Gray Duckling already won. And they will get to decide what gets done with it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, congrats to Gray Duckling then. This seems very anticlimactic.
Yes. Congratulations, Gray Duckling. You won. And if you win the drawing this time, we're going to give you another one. How's that?
Why is Gray Duckling saying take those back?
Take what back?
Take what back, sir?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm getting angry now.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I'm going to take it away from all of you.
You're all now. Nobody gets anything.
Nobody gets a toy.
Are you happy now? By the way, still over 300 or so people in here right now. Everybody, whether you're on Rumble or YouTube, hit the thumbs up, hit like. That is awesome. Hit subscribe, hit follow. We do appreciate that. Very cool. And remember to keep supporting the old Steel Toe.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
You and Gino are going to be so gay at the game, aren't you?
Oh, not only that, I forgot Gino's doing Rumble Friday.
Oh, I forgot too
this
already.
Week. So we're going to have Gino on Rumble Friday.
Look at that.
We've got our new router, our new modem.
So 100% it sounds like I'm probably on tomorrow because Johnny was not well today.
Johnny's not doing well. So we'll have you on probably just tomorrow and Thursday. And then we'll have
unless
Gino.
Johnny wants to do Thursday if he's okay, but he doesn't have to.
I suppose. And then we've got Johnny for Gino for Rumble Friday. Of course.
I just don't want to take Johnny's days from him if he wants them.
Beluzier says, okay, I'll take it. I'm a poor with 2 kids. Well, if you're in, I don't. Yeah, I'll just look. Whoever wins it tonight, they win it, and they get to decide what they do with it. Since Gray Duckling did get his winner, he says take those back, the gifted entries.
Well, we'll
just let them. We'll let them
win.
Yeah,
how's that sound?
They get to win. Watch Gray Duckling win this one.
Right.
He finally doesn't
I don't like
it.
that because now it's anticlimactic.
I think what happened last night, the reason we missed that, and nobody told us last night when it happened, I think our service was dropping, so we missed that when he said that.
I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend I know.
What you going to do, brother? All right, April, how many entries do we have tonight?
24.
24. All right, so let's go to the random number picker wheel. 24,000. We're going to go 0 to 24. You said 23 or 24?
I think I said 24.
24. Okay. 0 to 24. This one will be 1, Oh, no. Then we'd go 1 to 24. What am I, a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Christ.
I don't know what you are.
All right, guys. Are you ready?
No.
We're going to get our picks in here. We've got our picks in. We've got the... Oh, what's 16 now? Gray Duckling's writing 16. Oh,
what
boy.
does that mean?
All right, off we go. 1 to 24.
They've got side bets going.
They're picking
I don't
which
know.
number it's going to be. All right.
Are we retarded?
Probably. Here we go. 1 to 24 and spin her up. And it turns out to be lucky number 8 is the winner. April, count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'll circle it for you.
All right.
So you can yell it loud and proud.
Greasy N-word. Congratulations, buddy.
Yay.
Greasy is now a VIP. Steel Toe out of context says, I'm psychic. I called number 8. And yep, he was. There you go. So Greasy N-word, get a hold of us if you're still here, buddy.
Yeah.
Get a hold of us and let's get you in there for the VIP order
Just
that goes in next month.
No grease on the shirts. They're nice shirts.
We'd like you to take it easy on the grease if you could. Okay, kids. That's it for tonight. So we got Gray Duckling is VIP. Awesome.
Yeah, sure.
Greasy N-word gets to become a new VIP, which is
Congrats.
great. You guys were around 350 strong in this chat all night tonight, which is fucking awesome on Rumble and YouTube. I don't even count Twitter and Facebook. I don't know how many, dozen people or so are probably over on there, but it's very good. I remember that when we just did YouTube, we'd do 275 to 300 every night, and now you guys have blown past that. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit like. Go ahead and hit subscribe before you head on out the door, whether it's Rumble or YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, whatever it is. Very fun. We'll do our final VIP drawing for the week tomorrow night, if you want to do that. And outside of that, we're $200 into tomorrow morning's goal. So it's been an amazing week so far.
Thanks, guys.
And thanks again, April. Thank you.
Thanks, boss.
Exciting week coming. We got Gino for Rumble Friday, April for tomorrow morning, maybe Johnny Thursday, maybe April Thursday. I don't know. Thank you very much for being fans of this show, and we will talk to you again soon.